Yeah, I was a atheist, a skeptic for much of my life. My background, as you say, is in journalism and law. So I tend to be very evidentially based. I want proof, I want evidence, I want corroboration and that sort of thing. Honestly lived a very immoral and drunken and profane and narcissistic life as a result of that. My wife was agnostic. She didn't know what to believe. She wasn't hostile toward faith like I was. She just was spiritually confused. And then we met a woman who was a nurse and a Christian who was a neighbor and had a daughter the same age as our daughter. And my wife, Leslie, became best friends with Linda. And Linda shared Jesus with her, took her to church. And then Leslie came to me one day and gave me the worst news any atheist husband could get. She said, I'd become a Christian. And
Uh-oh.
first word that through my mind, honestly, was divorce. I was going to walk out. But then I thought maybe I could rescue her from this cult that she got involved in. And how could I do that? Well, it's very simple. Even as an atheist, I understood that all of Christianity is based on a supernatural claim, which is that Jesus not only said he was God, but he proved it by returning from the dead. And I thought, nobody returns from the dead after 3 days like that. So that's something I can investigate. And I spent 2 years of my life doing that, ultimately concluding from the evidence that he did indeed claim to be God and he did indeed return from the dead. And then my wife pointed out John 1:12 that says, but as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, even to those who believe in his name. So that forms an equation of what it means to become a true child of God. Believe, which I did based on the data of history, plus receive equals become. So I had to receive that free gift of God's grace, which I did at 2 p.m. on November the 8th of 1981. And my life changed, my values changed, my character, my morality, my parenting, my relationships, and so forth. And ended up taking a 60% pay cut to join the staff of a church. And God's taken me on a whole adventure ever since.